Okay, we're on air.
Because
We're on air, Leonard.
I thought, oh,
We're not in the chat room yet, but we're on air. So just
on air.
quiet down.
Quiet. We're on air, so quiet down, she says. If you're on the air, you're supposed to make noise. At least, hey, you both. That was only Riley Green share.
We're talking about Riley's
Yeah.
with Turd. Turd is here. Good
Turd
morning to
is
Turd.
here.
He put up a Nature Boy.
That's
Is
the life
Daniel
of
here?
I used to watch The Life of Riley all the time with William Bendix. And that was pretty good. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Nice to see everybody.
We can't hear us yet. There we go. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me tell him that the sound is good. Then you can say good morning to everyone.
Okay.
Sound
thank you.
is good, people. Welcome aboard. It's Lady and the Legend. You know how we do things over here. We don't have producers, so we just wing it.
That's right. Big Al is here.
You have
Big
so
Al
much
made
stuff in front of your computer. How you're gonna knock stuff over, Leonard?
I'm going to knock myself over.
Give me that.
Here, take that. I'll put this over there.
Okay.
And there we go.
What about your coffee?
What
We
about,
need to
there's
move
nothing
that.
in, there's nothing in there.
Okay.
Oh, just-
We'll move that, and then so you can type in the chat.
This
room
is
with me.
behind the scenes action right here. Good morning to Big Al on the Prowl, who made a nice comment yesterday at the end of the podcast. Brewer Jim is here. Dad's the Premier is here. Daniel Ferreira. James Caprion. You got Roto Lady. Daniel. Whoa. Look at this. Rotorius is in here making a thing. Okay, good morning.
Hello, Rotorius. Hello to Big Al. Great to see you. Thanks for sharing our podcast on Saturday. That was nice.
That's right. And everybody else who's entered the chat room, I don't want to miss anybody. I'll get to you.
Chris Gallo at his 50th college reunion. 50th.
How about that?
That means he waited 2 years after he graduated to get married to Debbie.
It's college reunion.
Yeah,
okay?
50 years.
I
What a
didn't-
blast, right?
I'll tell you what. I didn't have a college reunion. I went to. It's a stupid
You went to your
story.
50th.
I went to a college out in Indiana, and this is a true story. All right, I didn't do very well in high school. I mean, I had like under an 80 average, 78 average. Okay, so I knew I wasn't going to get accepted to a lot of colleges.
That's a lie.
What do you mean?
Colleges take whoever has money.
No, not then. But anyway, the point is that I'm walking down the street and I see a friend of mine who said, Lenny, I just got into Indiana University. Or he said, IU. Wow, you're dumber than me. So he told me what to do. I called the guy
What he told you to do is to have your parents pay
Yeah.
this man $1,000 in the city
That's right.
and then they'll for sure accept you. And
So-
so he told his parents, and they went down there and paid the guy $1,000.
Bingo, I was right in. Bingo, right in there. And then I told a couple other people. So listen to this. We went, 6 guys went to Indiana University together. We had to get 2 cabs to get to the airport, and and we drove in, and it was great.
New Yorkers in Indiana.
It was great for a couple of days, and then you know what happened after that?
Yes, I do.
Somebody came over to me and said, Lenny, I think we got a problem. What's the problem? It's great here at IU. This is not Indiana University. This is Indiana State University before Larry Bird. No, he didn't say Larry Bird.
It was the first year that it was a public school.
Yeah, it was the first year that Indiana State existed. They were Indiana Teachers College. And so then you go, that's my that's my college story.
And then something else happened.
What else happened?
I forget.
And I wound up transferring.
Yeah.
But anyway, I saw a great basketball tidbit. Listen to this one. This is amazing. LeBron James, 48,636 career points and 20 All-NBA selections. You got that? Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, who I just mentioned, combined 47,000 compared to 48,000 for only LeBron, and 20 All-NBA selections. The same Magic Johnson and Larry Bird combined the same 20 All-NBA selections as LeBron James.
LeBron James is, I'm trying to think of a polite word for him. but I can't. He's a good basketball player, and that's it. He has a school, and nobody can read.
Oh, really?
He's
All
too, just, come on, man.
Well, whatever it is, we thank everybody for being here. Boston Paul's just made it in. Good morning to Boston Paul, and it's a Sunday. It is Lady and the Legend. Leonard Donaldson is here. Good morning to you. Tommy Johnson, White Sox Al. The Mets. Now, this has been my team since the Mets were formed, whatever it was. And
the poor Mets. Where's Laura? Is Laura here? Wait for Laura. Poor Laura.
They have lost 22 of their last 31 games.
Yeah.
Now, if you recall, I predicted that the Mets were going to finish in last place. And no, I said that. And people thought it was nuts because they were doing good.
They're not going to finish in last place.
They are officially out of contention.
No.
I think they're free falling. They lost their fifth in a row. Another disaster. Their record is 21-30, 5-game losing streak. They're on pace for a 67-95 record.
Where's the rally pimp?
I don't know.
The rally pimp, we need you.
I'll tell you something. The Mets, when they first started out...
Big Al, do you follow him on Twitter? It's pretty good. The rally pimp. His name is Max Wiener.
All right. Anyway, you love all wieners, right?
I like the rally pimp. Okay. He's a great guy.
The point is...
Anyways, the Mets suck. Yes, they do. They're not doing well at all, but they'll turn it around. They're not going to turn it around. They're not going to continue at this pace.
All right, who's going to win the National League East?
The Braves.
You say the Braves.
And they're having a lot of troubles, too.
I say, and I've said this since week one.
You're saying that...
Phillies.
Okay, fine, the Phillies. But
Philadelphia Phillies.
You're trying to act like the Mets are going to lose to Miami or the Nationals.
Yes.
They're going to... I mean...
Those are not bad. Miami's got a decent pitching staff.
BS.
The Nationals are... The Mets have nothing. They have zero.
Good morning to Zelmo and Tony.
Corey Seager is back.
Good morning to Tommy Johnson.
4 straight games with a home run. Corey Seager's got an 8-game hitting streak. 5 over the last, over that
8
span.
games. 5 homers in the last 8 games and 4 straight games with a homer. Corey Seager is back. Does that mean... Ooh, those pesky Dodgers. Where's Danny?
I don't know. The Dodgers have...
Wait, is Corey Seager a Dodger or a Ranger?
No, he's a Corey Seager.
It's a Ranger now.
Yeah,
he's a Ranger.
Right. Now, closers. Mason Miller.
Why is your chair squeaking at all kinds of places?
I don't know. I think I'm too fat for it. That's why. But Mason Miller, prior to this year...
He was an injured mess.
Nobody knew about Mason Miller. I'll tell you what.
I know exactly what's wrong with your chair.
What?
It's too far over to the side.
Chris from Cambridge is here. Yeah, but how many people were willing to give up on Miller? Making his last appearance, he let up 5 runs in an inning and 2/3.
Yeah. 5 runs in an inning and 2/3. And they're so excited. He got back on track. He did pitch a clean 9th inning. He struck out the side. He got his 10th save of the year. And they're so excited that he hit 102.2 miles an hour. And that's so cringe. This guy is a walking disaster. I'm telling you. If you don't listen to me now, he's got 10 saves. Okay, great. 10 saves. There's plenty of other guys. Probably Kevin Ginkel has 5 saves. I mean, honestly, Mason Miller, if you don't trade him now, you're out of your mind. That's very serious.
That's a good point. Very good point. Malpal, you agree with her?
No, he likes Mason Miller, I'm sure, because Malpal...
Triple play, Zelmo, good morning.
Malpal disagrees with me on everything this year.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay.
That's okay. He plays for greatness, and I play for risk aversion. Him and Turd should be better friends because they have the same idea. Turd likes to trade, okay? Let's talk about Turd for a minute.
SM King Turd. Every time I look at my computer, there's a message, but it's never for me. It's always for Andrea.
You're always involved in the group chat.
I mean, he is just...
He'll talk to anybody that will listen about his trades.
He'll talk to anybody, okay? That will listen to his trades, right?
He loves to trade so much. Now, I will...
You know something?
I got to give him so much credit, okay?
That's the fun of it.
For him, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
And his team, I will say, it started out a miserable April. He had a ton of injuries. injuries, one after the other. His team was decimated by injuries, but he didn't quit. No, he decided he was going to do what he could to get out of the rut. Yesterday, he was telling me that he was going to he wanted Acuna and Ellie from two different people. And he was making all kinds of offers. He said he was going to trade Glasnow, which is so smart. He traded Glasnow and Riley Green. He got Ellie De La Cruz. This is a forever keeper league where you get to keep Ellie forever. And I was so surprised that somebody took him up on trading away Ellie. I said, good luck trying. He said, there's nothing to lose when you try, right? And all of a sudden he says, I got Acuna, I got Ellie, and I'm just amazed. But he said he's concerned about Riley, and I assumed he meant Riley Green because he traded away Riley Green and Glasnow for Ellie De La Cruz. He said he's concerned about Glasnow gives him Steven Strasburg feelings.
Okay, but what do you think about Riley?
Which Riley?
Who's he talking about? Matt Riley?
He's talking about, there is no Matt.
Austin Riley.
No, he's talking about Riley Green. And I'm wondering why he's...
sorry.
And there's also another Riley to be very concerned about, which is Austin Riley, who has been sitting out now for 12 straight days, and I have not taken him out of my lineup once, and I guess I can't now because they say that he's coming back tomorrow.
So you like Riley Green or Austin Riley? Which one do you like better?
Austin Riley.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. And this is the kind of stuff that SM King Turd and all you guys put on Facebook and when you want the experts to answer. The trade I'm thinking of...
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
...is Matt Riley. No, I call him... Who's Matt Riley?
Austin, bitch.
Austin, bitch. Oh, man, Austin Riley straight up for Aaron Nola. Who do you want?
I'm taking Nola.
Why?
I guess. Look, there's a lot to be paying attention to right now. If you need pitching, you go for Nola. Well, the third base situation with Riley is not good, but they do say he's going to come back.
But that has nothing to do with it.
What do you want? What do you mean nothing to do with it? You were
right at the beginning. It's people put down these trades on Facebook and Twitter and emails and everything. It's bull dinky and poppycock. You can't evaluate. I mean, look, you want to say who's the better player?
Bull dinky. They have an emoji for that.
Austin Nola. But who do you need a pitcher? Do you have enough home runs? Who's going to... The question that you ask is, who's replacing Riley? That's the question. So
what are you trying to do? Give me tricked up questions?
No, the trade is not Riley against Nola. The trade is who are you replacing Riley with and who is Nola replacing. And then you evaluate it.
Okay, Leonard.
You got that? Everybody you're all putting down these trades on Facebook and Twitter, and it's bull dinky and poppycock. You can't, I'm using Riley and Nola as just an example. It's who's Riley replacing and who's
Mitchell, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning
Mitchell.
to Chris from Cambridge, who says happy birthday to Travis Lee. He's 49 today. He was a hyped up prospect. I don't remember him. Okay. Hey, also White Sox Al is here. Good morning to
Boston Paul is here.
Boston Paul. Good morning, Daniel.
Holy Toledo is here on a Saturday.
No, today's Sunday, fool.
Oh, I have no idea what day is. Okay.
Well, Turd brings up Riley Green, too. His concern about Riley Green is the fact that he can't hit lefties. So there's that.
All of them. It doesn't, but again.
And Edwin Diaz. What a nightmare for that. Yeah. This is why I'm telling you, man, you have to trade Mason Miller. Malpal, can you agree with me on this one at least? He'll probably say no, because he's not scared one bit of the 103 miles an hour. And I do not, for 1 second, agree with him that is not a problem.
Okay, so if you're expecting, let's say, 20 saves out of Mason Miller, you have to at least have somebody who'll get you 10. All right? And if you do that, you can trade him.
Stevie Nicks. I used to love her, man. Growing up, my parents played Stevie Nicks so loud. And Fleetwood Mac, boy, oh boy, I spent many nights in my bed laying awake listening to my parents rock out to Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks, who I love, and I've seen them all in concert. Okay. And so here's what we got. Yeah. You took me to a Stevie Nicks concert when I first met you.
I think I did.
Yes, you did.
I don't even remember it.
Yes, you did. All right. So, Mason Miller, the Yankees, let's talk about the other New York team that's doing
There's
excellent.
only one Yankee. That's Aaron Judge.
There's only
That's
one
it.
Yankee?
One Yankee.
What about Soto?
He's got.
What about Stanton?
He's got a great.
What about Glaber? What about Volpe?
Great names. Yeah, Volpe's having a great year. But Judge has 17 home runs for the year. He has home runs in 4 consecutive games. In his last 115 plate appearances, he's batting .393, I think, with a .518 on base percentage. I mean, he is just ridiculous. But here's my thing.
Yeah.
Now, I said the Mets were going to finish last, right?
Yeah.
I also said, and I'm sticking to it,
You're full of bull dinky.
the Yankees will bull crap.
Dinky.
Crap. Okay.
Well, if it was unholy, he would just say the word.
Yeah, I know. I say Aaron Judge, and I'll say cools off to be nice. Is going to go into the tank, and so will the Yankees. And the Yankees will finish last as well. Mets and Yankees in last place. You got that?
Malpa wants to know who I'm trading Miller for. I'm trading him for somebody way better than he is.
Who?
Okay? Somebody way better than Mason Miller, who is way overperforming right now and will either end up on the injured list or that's it.
Now, you know.
Now let's talk more about Judge.
He's carrying his team, and he's hitting, 455 in his, with 8 home runs and 14 in the last, and the Yankees have won 11 of 13 games. Judge is not going to, it's going to be a time where Judge is going to slump. 73 at bats, he's batting .395 in the month of May. The Yankees are 20 games over 500. So hear me out, my fellow Americans. The Mets last place and the Yankees last place. They're going to fall apart. And I live in New York, and I'm a New York fan. But I'm being realistic, okay? That's my opinion. And the Yankees even had to place John Birdie on the 10-day injured list, okay? Oh, my God. So and LeMahieu's on the injured list. And come on, everybody. By the way, 631-406-7141. You can talk to me. You can talk to her. Or you can talk to yourself if you want. Okay, so there we go. Birdie. Even the Yankees are losing Birdie to the injured list.
Are you done with Judge?
Yes.
Because I have more stuff to say about him.
Go ahead. I'm talking about the Yankees now. Go ahead.
Judge has 17 homers on the year, 4 consecutive home run games. In his last 115 plate appearances, he's batting .393 with a .518 on base percentage.
Yeah, I may have already said all that.
And then in his last...
Okay. All right,
in his last 13 games, he's batting .455.
And
with
that's
8
why I'm
home runs.
saying, do you, put that down. Do you think Judge is going to continue like this?
Yes.
This hot seat? He has them. Plenty of players have them. And they also have a streak that calm them down.
Well, Aaron Judge just had one of those. I mean, he started the season so poorly that the Yankees fans were so annoyed they were booing him.
Yankees,
The Yankees fans don't mess around.
LeMahieu is on the Yankees are in trouble. What?
The Yankees put John Birdie on the 10-day injured
What are you
list.
hitting me for?
I'm rubbing you.
Oh, well, you don't have to because we talked about John Birdie already.
No, you just...
All right, I mentioned his name. Go ahead.
Yeah, you said Birdie.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's got a calf strain. So Kevin Smith will be on the active roster, and DJ LeMahieu is transferred to the 60-day injured list. He was good in 2023 with the .294 batting average, and in 2022 he stole 41 bases in 46 attempts, but he's now 34 years old, and he's more of a streaming waiver wire guy for fantasy managers, and that's that. Next thing.
Zelmo is here.
Yes.
I asked this question during the week, okay? Do you think that Salvatore Perez could make the Hall of Fame?
He's had 5,477 at-bats.
Yeah.
255 home runs. 851 RBIs.
Yeah.
A .269 career batting
He's
average.
on his way to the Hall of Fame.
534 extra base hits and 619 runs scored.
As a catcher?
Yes, and
One of
that's
the best
only
catchers.
been since it's been since 2014. So he's had 10 years. And I do think he's on the Hall of Fame highway, yes.
Who is the team that has scored 6 or more runs in their last 6 games? Anybody paying attention?
Are you here? Where's Stardog?
Where's Stardog? I don't know. Who's the team that has scored 8 or more runs, in their last 6 games? Andy, name that team.
Kansas City.
You're right. How'd you know that? Oh, yeah, Kansas City has scored. They have scored 8 runs or more in 3 games in a row. No team has scored 8 runs or more in 3 games in a row, but Kansas City has scored 8 runs or more in their last 6 games.
8.
Yep, 8 runs. Now, you talked about Jose Ramirez. My question to you is this. You got Jose Ramirez and Rafael, and what's his name? Acuna, right?
Yeah, Ronald
Acuna.
So Turd says he's already ready to trade Acuna now.
Ready to trade Acuna. Ready to trade.
You can't trade Acuna.
Well, will Ramirez or Acuna be a first-round pick next year? They were both very high this year in the drafts.
10 home runs for Ramirez since May 5th, and he's only struck out 8 times since May 5th.
Yeah, so he's on his way. He's on his way.
He's having a better season, no doubt, than Acuna, who, for some reason, is stealing bases but not hitting homers. Now,
Right.
it makes me happy that he's stealing bases. It tells me that there's nothing wrong with his legs.
Okay.
But I'm taking Acuna because I don't know. I just feel like age is going to catch up with Ramirez. And yes, he's having a great time right now, but Acuna is going to turn it on, just like Judge did.
Will either one of them be number 1 picks next year?
No, if Ellie keeps going at this rate, he's going to be the number 1 for the next 10 years.
Okay, there you go. What about now? Let me ask
Daniel. Daniel's trading everybody that isn't nailed down.
That's it. Let me ask the chat room a question. Come on, time to get the chat room involved.
Bryce Harper.
You can't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I asked the chat room a question.
I didn't know it was a trivia.
Well, I asked the chat room. What player has the most career ejections from an active player?
Macho Manny.
It's Bryce Harper. You're right. Okay, Tim Anderson
by a lot too.
Manny Machado.
Let's say how many they have.
Go ahead.
Bryce Harper yesterday, 21 times he's been ejected. 21 times. The next guy on the list, Macho Man, 9.
Okay.
Bryce Harper plays with a lot of heart. And I don't care what anybody says, dude. He is an amazing talent all around.
Now, I am very proud of my early season predictions. And next year I'm going to write them down and talk about them. But I'd say most of them have come through, including somebody that everybody's forgotten that I predicted to pick him up. Oh, crap. What is that?
Sorry.
Smoke in my eyes.
It's not smoke.
Trevor Williams has made... Remember Trevor Williams? I told you to take him. Here's what I said. I remember. He doesn't have any pitches that are jump off the page, but he knows how to pitch. Some players have a pitch that gets them through. Others just know how to pitch. He knows that... Sorry. He knows how to pitch.
Bless you, Leonard. He has made 10 starts this season and allowed a total of 13 earned runs.
Yeah,
Trevor Williams allowed 1 run on 5 hits in 5 innings. It was a no decision against the Mariners yesterday. He struck out 8. He didn't walk anybody. He did give up 1 home run to Julio Rodriguez, but he really has been putting it together. He has allowed 1 run or 0 runs in 7 of his 10 starts. He has a 2.29 ERA over 51 total innings. He does not strike out a lot of batters, but he's getting a lot of ground balls, which is exactly what's keeping him in the game. 46.5% ground ball rate right now. He's 32 years old, and I'll tell you what, this is some kind of talent that isn't flashy, but it's absolutely helpful on your fantasy team.
It's great chat room. Everybody.
His fastball is only 88 miles an hour on average.
Everybody gets here. They stay here. I am so impressed with the chat room. Thank you all.
I haven't chased anybody away today.
631. Come on. 406-7141. That's the phone number. I know you got questions. Let's talk about the number 4 prospect for the Rockies.
Jordan Beck.
Yeah, he has made.
He hasn't been good.
He's made a couple of appearances on this podcast.
He stinks.
Well, he's sidelined.
And now he's hurt.
He got a broken left hand, diagnosed with a fractured left hand, and
but he did make a terrific diving.
Yes, he did.
Catch to get Nick Castellanos out, and they say it's not clear whether he's going to need surgery or how long he's going to be out, but it's probably a blessing for anybody that has him on their roster. He's batting 190 with a 198 on base percentage, 30 strikeouts and 1 walk in his first 23 games as a Rocky.
And Sean Bouchard, I don't even know
he's
who
going to
he
be
is.
recalled from AAA today, and he at Albuquerque, at AAA Albuquerque, he's got 82 plate appearances, 3 home runs, 1 stolen base, and a .333 batting average.
Now, we don't talk a lot about prospects and a lot about minor league guys, but there's one guy.
Wyatt Langford coming back, but Langford...
No, not even Langford.
He's coming back.
Terrific.
For me.
But one minor leaguer is... absolutely, his name just pops off. It's a Yankee, and I'm not just a Yankee fan. You know, I predict him to finish last. But Jason Dominguez breaks out, continues his rehab assignment. He's
at Double-A.
Yep, he's in Double-A, but still.
Yesterday,
okay,
3 for 5 with a home run, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs.
Keep an eye on Jason Dominguez, 3 for 5, as you said. 2 RBIs. Great. Another minor leaguer that you want to know. Chase Burns. Don't get him mixed up with Corbin. Chase Burns, who is he's in college, but he's a pitcher that you gotta, sometimes we tell you to keep an eye on him. And how do we tell you that? Etch his name in your kitchen table. Chase Burns, 57 strikeouts, 0.34 ERA. Wow. I mean, he has been great during the ACC tournament. He was terrific from Wake Forest, right-handed pitcher. So you got Chase Burns and you got Dominguez, Jason Dominguez. Those 2 should be etched in your kitchen table for the future.
Chase Burns?
Yes.
Did you talk about him?
I just did. Where were you? You're sitting right next to me.
I know, but I block you sometimes out.
Oh my!
I'm watching the chat room, Leonard.
Okay, the Orioles win 5-3. White Sox are 15-38. They've lost 8 out of 9. And all right, so far I've been pretty kind to myself. All right, telling you, I missed on the White Sox.
Eric Fetty.
Well, hold on a
Daniel.
second.
Eric Fetty.
I missed on the White Sox, and I still look at their team.
They suck.
I don't know.
How'd you miss?
Because I thought Benintendi was going to be a star. Paul DeJong at short, Nicky Lopez at second. They got players.
Louise. These are all washed up
Andrew
prospects.
Vaughn, Tommy Pham. But I thought that they're all. I admit they're not at the top of the game, and of course, Yoan Moncada, another injury.
I mean, this team
Lewis
is a
Robert,
mess.
another injury. Eloy, another injury.
Ooh, everybody hates Eloy.
So Eloy, Robert, and
Eloy is just
Moncada.
the worst.
Would you draft any of them next year?
None. I
Really?
have Luis Robert on a couple teams, and he's just a loser.
Oh, every year.
No, last year he was great, Leonard.
Moncada or Jimenez next year?
None. Moncada will never steal another base.
Anybody in the chat room drafting,
But-
hope to draft Moncada or Jimenez next
Eric
year.
Fetty, okay?
Yeah.
I could say a lot of great things about Eric Fetty, who is doing exactly what he did overseas last year, which is a .95 ERA. 4 earned runs last night. No, he has 4 earned runs in 38 innings pitched. That's 6 starts, okay, at home this season. So
Really?
Fetty is the one bright spot for the and also Kopech is good too as a closer.
You know
Soroka,
what?
I don't know what's going on with him. He'll never be a starter.
I would say, it's my opinion, Michael Kopech will be moved back into the rotation. And I haven't heard anybody say that, but I'm predicting that. And I'm also predicting the White Sox make real wholesale changes.
I mean, they
But
tried to win yesterday, but
I
then
was
the
wrong
Baltimore
about the
Orioles
yeah.
came through. They got 2 home runs.
Where's Eddie Heckman? Oh, he's probably at church, right?
Yes, he's at church.
He's
today.
at church. All right, 2-run homers for O'Hearn and Santander erased the White Sox 3-0 lead, gave Baltimore a 4-3 advantage. And O'Hearn hit it off of Leisure. Santander hit it off of Kopech. I still think Kopech is better as a starter. Okay? I still think so. And Gavin Sheets entered today with 12 hits and 10 RBIs in 98 at-bats against left-handed pitching. So anytime Gavin Sheets is playing against the left-hander, put him in. Okay? I'll tell you what, put him in. The Giants keep streaks going. They beat the Mets 7-2, and I'll tell you what, the Mets they will be a last place team. Again, Mets and Yankees will be in last place. So next year, you're taking Acuna over Rodriguez?
Yes,
You are.
probably. I don't know, Leonard.
Well, how much would you pay for Acuna?
Right now?
Next year.
Well, who knows what I'm going
Well,
to pay
you're
next year.
supposed to know.
It's only a third of the way through the season.
Yeah, I'll tell you
We're
right now.
talking about in the chat room people that you dropped because you got frustrated with them, and then they turn around and have a caliber season.
Yeah, but still, you spend $30 on any player. I don't care how good he is. It means that you have to spend $5 on another player. You can't spend 30. I mean, come on. You gotta watch your money. You gotta budget your money. You can't spend 30. I see people spending $30, $40, $50. You can't do it. And of course, the one thing that everybody knows, the legend is always right. Okay, and I'll tell you what. Here's the reason. A rookie is a rookie is a rookie. Take a look at the American League rookies. You got Wilyer Abreu, Evan Carter, Colton Cowser, Louis Gill, Wyatt Langford, Mason Miller. I mean, come on.
Well, at least Baltimore has Colton Cowser up there. 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
All right.
Okay, Tanner Bybee.
Yes, I call him BB.
Somebody asked on a Facebook group what they should do with this guy. You're crazy if you do anything with him. You need to hold on to him. Last night, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts.
Wait, Laura's here.
Okay, Laura.
Laura's here.
We missed you, Laura.
We talked about the Mets already. Go
Lucky.
ahead.
I think she waited till we were done with the Mets.
Maybe.
I don't blame her.
That's what it looks
Okay,
like.
well, Tanner Bybee is fine, okay? Look, the other day, he fanned 8. He's got a ton of, just yesterday, 20 whiffs and 34 called strikes plus whiffs. And he's 25 years old. His ERA does not look fabulous right now, but if you could trade for him, he has a 3.23 ERA over his last 7 starts, which has dropped his ERA down under 4. But I'll tell you what, he had a horrible start to the season. This is a good pitcher we're talking about. His next matchup is against the Angels, so there's more power to you.
All right, come on. 631.
What's your problem?
I want somebody to call.
My back hurts.
Don't.
Because I work too hard.
631-406.
I scrubbed the floor today.
Oh, yes, you did. She scrubbed the floor because we're having on Tuesday,
Yes.
we're having some work done in the house.
Yes.
So when the workers come in to destroy the bathroom and whatever else, she's cleaning up, all right? You don't clean a room the day before it's going to be taken apart. What's the point?
Because it has to look nice for them.
Oh, stop
I don't
it.
want them to think we live like slobs.
We do. They know it already. Tanner BB, we talked about. What about Marcus Stroman? Very tough
6
pitcher.
career starts against the Padres, though. 1.47 ERA against the Padres. He's 5-0 against them. So you know that you should always pitch Marcus Stroman against the poor Padres.
That's right.
The Yankees starting pitchers have not allowed a run in their last 25 1/3 innings.
Unbelievable.
Right.
And where's King Hap when you need him? All right, we're going to talk about Garrett Whitlock.
Why do you want King Hat? Boston Paul's here.
All right, yeah, that's right. Boston Paul. I'm sorry, Boston Paul. We love you, man. Boston Paul, one of the greatest of all time. Okay? Absolutely one. But the point is that Garrett Whitlock is going to undergo
He's in trouble.
an internal brace procedure.
This is interesting. It's a replacement it's instead of Tommy John surgery, and
Right.
it takes 11 to 12 months in recovery as opposed to 13 to 15 month timeline associated with Tommy John. But this internal brace is something new that we just started hearing about the last couple years.
Okay.
It's an interesting thing. We'll see how this works out because, frankly, what's the difference between 11 and 12 and 13 and 15 months? It's a couple months. I mean, so
Oh, good thinking.
it's a couple months.
All right, very good. For those of you waiting for Jose Urquidy to come back, and he was supposed to come back, guess what? He suffered a tough setback. While exiting his rehab start, right forearm discomfort. So those of you waiting for Urquidy to come back.
Malpal says the Yankees are overrated and the Padres scored a run off of them, so
I was
they
right.
don't have any more streak going.
Malpal, you think I'm right?
Yes, he
You
does.
think I'm right? The Yankees are going to finish last?
I don't think they're going to finish last, Leonard.
Well, okay.
What's the worst team in the American League East? You got the Blue Jays,
The worst team in the American
the
League?
Red Sox. You think the Yankees are the worst
Yeah,
team?
I think the Yankees are the worst.
Well, you're out of your
why?
mind.
It's very hard to say that while they're in first place. But, I mean, that just shows how much I know. I know my stuff. You got it?
Well, you did know Kikuchi.
I did know Kikuchi. I'm going to live my life on Kikuchi. and Mike Trout, although he didn't provide a timetable for his return, he's feeling good. He's regaining the strength in his leg. He's in the weight room. He's pretty close to beginning to run again. Now, I love these articles. Mike Trout, my best player, pretty close to running again. What does that mean, okay?
I know.
I'm pretty close to running again, but, I could run, but I can't walk to the car. How is that?
He says he's feeling good.
He says he's feeling good. But Shota Imanaga,
He was
set to take the ball for a start against the Cardinals, but after a rain caused the game to be postponed, his start is pushed back till the 29th against the Brewers. Okay?
Brian Hayes has been on the shelf for 2 weeks. He's got low back inflammation, and he has resumed full baseball activities. And the manager, Derek Shelton, told reporters that they will meet to discuss the next steps of his rehab process. And given that is an encouraging update, it's feasible to imagine that Brian Hayes will be heading out for a rehab assignment in the coming days, which would allow the third baseman to return to Pittsburgh at some point in early June.
And Alex Kirilloff went 2 for 4. We've been following him, waiting for him to wake up. He was hitting just 163.
He stinks.
From the beginning of May to May 21st, but now he's gone 4 for 9. So maybe
With 2 home runs in his last 3 games.
So is it time to pick up Kirilloff? If you're in a bind, yes, it is.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that he was in such a bad slump that they were worried that he was injured. But the last 3 days, he looks pretty darn healthy to be. Let's talk about Bueller.
Yeah.
Bueller? Do you remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah, go ahead.
My friend Rachel knows every line. I bet if we sat down and watched Ferris Bueller's
All right,
Day
we'll
Off,
have
she
her
would
on
be
the
able
show
to...
one day. She'll talk about Ferris and Walker.
Bueller?
Walker.
Bueller.
Yeah,
He took the loss to the Reds. He allowed 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, struck out 4, 5 2/3, and he didn't have his best stuff. He only induced 6 swings and misses on 91 pitches, and he also allowed 2 homers. It was a step backward from his previous outing, but he's just back from Tommy John after 2 years, so you have to expect some ups and downs after being off that long. He's got a 4.26 ERA, a 1.21 whip. He's taken that into his next start, which lines up for next weekend. It's against the Rockies, but it's at home in L.A., so that's a good thing. And you just got to keep putting Walker Bueller out there.
Keep it in there. Let's give a big hug to the chat room. Big Al on the prowl, Brewer Jim, Chris from Cambridge.
King Hap!
Danny, King Hap is here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he hears me when I call him. Dan's the premier, Daniel Ferrara, James Caplion, Laura, Leonard Donaldson, Malpal, Merrill, Mitchell, Roto Lady, Rotorius, Sesame, King Turk.
Glad to see you, Laura.
King Hap, Zelmo, White Sox Al, Unholy Toledo, Triple Play, Tommy Johnston, and King Hap, if you're listening, give me a call sometime after the show. Okay, just want
You're
to.
taking advantage of him.
No, I'm not. I want to ask something.
He calls us all the time.
But there's a show coming up on what?
June 3rd.
June 3rd.
I'm going to get surgery. I'm having my gallbladder removed.
Yeah, how about that? What kind of gall is that? And I'd like to have.
I got to see this thing. I'm going to hope that the surgeon will hold it for me so I can take a look at
Yeah,
this
and we'll
little
br-
bastard.
And we'll bring it home. And we'd like to have King Hap sit in, if possible. If not, we'll just get
How
Taco.
come nobody's chatting? Where is
Okay.
everybody? What's going on? I don't see any
They're
chatting.
still there. All right, anybody, we thank you all, everybody, on Holy Toledo. We love you, White Sack Al. Now, if you'd like to do the show, even though I'm saying King Hap, if anybody else would like to do the show,
Nobody else could do it like him.
they still, if they want a chance to do it, 631-406-7141. Now, we always like to do the show. That's why we're doing it tomorrow. That's Memorial Day, and
Daniel Ferraro's birthday is June 2nd.
Yeah.
Have a drink for my gallbladder and wish it the best.
We'll be right here, and thank you all, everybody. We love you so much.
Oh, yes, and
What?
rest in peace to all our beloved fallen heroes from
Yes.
our military who gave everything for us.
To be here doing a podcast about baseball every day. We thank you. We love you, and I mean, we need you, okay?
Yeah, it looks like we might.
Yeah. I mean,
Thank you,
just
Big Al, for
unbelievable.
that. We forgot about it. Thank
What?
you. We forgot to thank our heroes.
Okay, well, those are the heroes. Thank you, everybody. Love you all. We'll see you tomorrow. That's right. I'll be here. Goodbye. See you later.
Goodbye.